Fear. It's the oldest emotion in the human mind, and yet the least understood. We spend our lives trying to run from it, naming it, explaining it, suppressing it, but rarely do we stop to observe it. Fear isn't born outside of us. It's not in the world. It's in the mind, in that small flicker between thought and perception. The mind creates fear. But why? Because the mind wants control, and fear is its favorite tool. Every time you imagine a future, the mind paints it with shadows of uncertainty. It whispers, "What if? What if you fail? What if you lose? What if you're not enough?" Those questions are not reality. They're projections, echoes of the past, replayed on the screen of the mind. Fear is memory, trying to protect itself from pain. Somewhere long ago, a moment hurt you, and the mind, like a loyal servant, recorded that pain. Now it guards it fiercely, and every time life feels uncertain, it replays the same old movie. It's not trying to harm you. It's trying to keep you safe. But safety built on fear is not peace. It's a cage made of thoughts. When you believe the mind completely, you start to live inside its stories. You forget to see what's real, and instead you see what it remembers. That's why fear feels so convincing, because it uses your own voice. It speaks in your own language. It knows exactly what to say to make you believe it. But the mind doesn't understand reality. It understands only patterns. It collects experiences and tries to predict the future, hoping to avoid pain. Fear is simply the mind's imagination trying to protect you from something that isn't happening. And the more you fight it, the stronger it becomes. Because when you resist fear, you're still giving it your energy. You're still saying, "This is real." So how do we transcend it? Not by control, not by resistance, but by awareness. Awareness is the light that reveals what fear truly is. When you look at it, without judgment, without running, it begins to change. You see that fear is not a monster, but a movement, an ancient echo of survival, still trembling in the nervous system. When you observe it, you can feel how it moves in your chest, in your stomach, in your breath. You can sense how the body tightens, how the pulse quickens, how the breath shortens, as if preparing for something that never arrives. That's when you realize fear doesn't live in the present moment. It lives in time, in what the mind imagines, not what is. Here, right now, there is no danger, only sensation, only awareness. When the mind sees that clearly, its illusion collapses. Fear loses its anchor, and in its place, you feel stillness. not forced calmness, but natural silence, the kind that was always there beneath the noise of thought. To transcend fear is not to destroy it, but to see through it, because fear is not the problem. Identification is. When you say, "I am afraid," you've already believed the story. But when you say, "There is fear, and I see it," something shifts. The observer awakens. In that moment, you're no longer trapped inside the emotion. You're the awareness in which it appears. You are the space, and fear is just a passing cloud. Even science confirms this. When you bring conscious attention to fear, the amygdala, that ancient alarm, quiets down. The prefrontal cortex, the seat of awareness, begins to glow with calm. That's not philosophy, that's biology, showing us the truth we forgot. Awareness heals. So next time fear arises, don't ask, "How do I get rid of it?" Ask, "Can I watch it?" Watch its rhythm. Watch how it pulls your attention, how it feeds on thought, and then do nothing. Just watch. Observation dissolves illusion, because fear can't survive being seen. The moment you see it clearly, you stop being the victim and become the witness. And as the witness grows stronger, fear becomes smaller. Its stories lose meaning. Its grip fades. You start to notice that behind fear, there's life, energy, awareness itself. Fear was never your enemy. It was your teacher. It showed you where attention was missing, where the mind still clings. And when you finally understand that, you don't push fear away anymore. You thank it, because fear brought you back to presence. Without it, you might never have looked inside. That's how fear transforms, not through control, but through seeing. So the next time your heart races, your breath tightens, your thoughts spiral, remember this: you are not the fear. You are the one who sees it. And what is seen can no longer control the seer. Let it pass, like a wave returning to the ocean. Let it move through you, and notice what remains when it's gone. Silence, clarity, peace. That is your true nature, the place untouched by fear, the awareness that was always here, watching patiently, waiting for you to return. So don't fight your fear. Understand it, observe it, and you'll see it was never separate from you. Observe, reflect, awaken.